All right. So the first card is going to be giving the overall indication, overall energies at play for you Cancers for the rest of September. Okay, so let's see what this card is. The Empress. Okay, so right off the bat, some of you Cancers may be getting pregnant. You see the little baby bump on this Empress right here. This card is all about fertility, all about, fruition. So maybe some of you are completing something, a creative project, or maybe you've been, working hard at a project at work, and it's like, you're wrapping it up and you're putting the final touches on something. Something is really blossoming and something is really coming together. And again, like I said, some of you may be announcing a pregnancy, or you may discover that you're pregnant, or some of you may actually give birth this month, or around this time. Definitely this is a card of fertility. So whether you're male or female, this definitely could be, a new addition to the family. This could even be a pet or something like that. But for some of you Cancers, this is, pregnancy. And for others, this is like things wrapping up. For some of you Cancers, this could have to do with a Libra or a Taurus in your life. And I do feel like this could be like them kind of being a bit spoiled, or they're really like they want something a specific way, and I feel like if you're dealing with a Taurus or a Libra, or even if you're just friends with them, you may be kind of like taken aback a little bit, and you may just be kind of not necessarily fed up, but you may really be like starting to notice, and it may be like really like, whoa, you guys need to calm down kind of thing. Some of you Cancers may be kind of adopting this behavior, this Taurian, this very Venus energy. And so you may be like, pampering yourself, or you may be getting pampered by your loved ones. So that's always good. Just maybe wine and dined, or, maybe just if you are really taking care of, your diet, your food, the food that you're eating. Some of you may be, splurging a little bit, but I do feel like overall you're going to be, treating your body right and giving your body what it needs. Okay, so something that you Cancers may be missing, we have the Sun in the reverse position. Okay, so definitely some of you Cancers may be like overindulging in some way. This is a major arcana card associated with Leo, although right now I'm feeling like this has more to do with you Cancers. And this is like, maybe too much of a good thing, like you guys are over indulging. You guys are getting too comfortable, and it's like you want to be pampered, but here it's like you're almost like not giving in return. You're just taking. Not to be so hard on you Cancers, you guys are very giving, but I do feel like maybe for some reason you guys are kind of like fed up, and maybe people around you, they're like, oh, they want so much, so spoiled, what about me? And you're kind of focusing that attention on you. And so I feel like this, as something you're missing, this could be like, just a reminder to, I guess, check yourself, or a reminder to, to reciprocate, or not necessarily. I feel like some of you Cancers may be, you know, taking, but I feel like some of you may be just, you're not really being considerate about, you know, your partner or somebody else's feelings. So I do feel like, you know, you guys are, like, in either case, there's definitely a spotlight on you and what you want, Cancer. And it's like, this is kind of reminding you to kind of remember that other people in the world exist, and especially the people who are close to you. You want to make sure that you're including them in your plans and in your thoughts and in your assessment of the situation. You know, it's not always, you know, going to be about your wants, your needs. And I do feel like you Cancers may be kind of forgetting to honestly look at somebody else's opinion and their feelings. And sorry, this little Olive is being a little rascal. Are you being a little rascal? Actually, Olive is a Cancer too. You're a Cancer, aren't you? He's just a couple months old. He's so feisty. He's so aggressive. Stop being so aggressive, Olive. Okay. Olive, no. No, Olive. Okay. Okay. He's wild. He's actually wild. We found him abandoned when he was a newborn, and we had to bottle feed him and everything. And now, I mean, oh, he's so precious, and I'm so happy that he's surviving and that he's strong, but he's a bit too wild. You're a bit too wild, Olive. Alright, so the next card, Cancer, sorry about that, is general advice. So, general advice for you Cancers. Judgment in the reverse position. Okay, so, again, some of you may be, you know, not really willing to reciprocate, not really willing to put in what you're receiving. And I feel like some of you Cancers are gonna have to face the music. This is my kind of like, you know, this is literally judgment, you know, and it's interesting. We have, you know, 19 here and then 20, so it's definitely a progression, and it's like, these are all major arcana cards, actually, so I feel like this is something that is greater than you. This is really powerful energy, and this is something that will change your life. This is something that is major. And if you choose to ignore it, you know, you're only going to delay the inevitable or prolong, you know, this discomfort that you're feeling. There's no real way around it. You have to deal with these energies. So, yes, we have judgment following the sun. And to me, some of you Cancers may have, you know, some of you Cancer males may have gotten somebody else pregnant, you know, outside of your committed relationship. And, you know, now it's like, this is definitely owning up to your responsibilities and facing the consequences of your actions. Some of you Cancers, you know, this may not be necessarily like you got somebody pregnant, but definitely, you know, this could be the culmination of that. Somebody may be leaving somebody else for someone in hopes to start a family with them. Some of you may be losing a partner because of, you know, your focus on yourself and your lack of consideration. And I don't mean this for all Cancers, obviously. I mean, Cancers are such sweethearts for the most part, but yeah, I do feel like definitely you guys are like, maybe deep down you've been kind of suppressing some bad feelings, some icky things, and now it's kind of like, it's time to face the music. You know, you can't hide what you're feeling anymore. You can't suppress that. You know, people are going to start to figure out you're finding it very difficult to deal with this any longer, and it's like, now, you know, it's when the shit hits the fan and it all comes out, and you know, the truth comes out, and it's time to face the music. So let's see what the outcome card is for you, Cancers. the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse position. Okay, so it's very interesting. We have the Empress kind of giving the overall energies here, and then we have all these reverse cards. And wow, let me tell you, I feel like some of you Cancers, I gotta tell it to you straight, you know, I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything, but some of you Cancers are gonna find yourself alone, possibly, you know, as a single parent, kind of, you know, losing out. So maybe, you know, in the divorce, if you're getting a divorce or a breakup, you kind of got the shit end of the stick, or, you know, maybe you depended on this person a lot, or maybe you've lost a lot of money being with this person. But, you know, one way or another, this Ten of Pentacles is like a loss of finances, loss of fortune, like losing a house, something major. Maybe you guys were passed up on a promotion because you had all this, you know, personal drama going on, or, you know, you kind of let things get out of control, or maybe you feel like, you know, for some of you getting pregnant, or having to raise a child or raise a family, you know, you've had to put your career on hold. So definitely this is like some sort of loss of expected income, projected income, and that's the outcome for the rest of the month. I mean, hopefully in October, things are going to be brighter, things are going to look better, but right now it's like you guys are going to take a hit, and it's time to face the music. And I feel like, you know, instead of, not that you guys are, but, you know, I'm just saying, try not to blame other people, try to take responsibility for your own actions. I feel like that's the best way to, you know, pick yourself up and to recover from this. And I feel like, you know, it may be a bit kind of like chaotic, because I feel like some of you Cancers are going to experience a loss in your finances. And again, not everyone. This is a general reading. Remember that. Watch your other signs as well. This is, you know, sometimes the messages are pretty specific, but I do feel like, you know, for the most part, for this reading, at least I go by what the cards tell me. Cancers, there's going to be unexpected news, a new addition, and in and of itself, it's an amazing thing. It's beautiful, but I feel like for the beginning part, it's going to be a bit scary and a bit overwhelming, because I do feel like you're going to think about how you're going to provide the resources, how you're going to, you know, handle this practically and economically. And so I feel like right now there's a lot of kind of, you know, there's karma, and there's personal issues that you need to deal with first. And I feel like once you get that out of the way, then I do feel like, you know, your finances and your career will recover, you know, they'll bounce back. But I feel like you need to take care of what you're doing, and you need to consider other people's feelings, and finally just take responsibility for your own actions.